Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Unhinged. It is episode 5, Judie. Episode 5. We're consistent with the shit. Episode 5.
Episode 5, I am so excited. Oh my gosh, look at us. We're actually going with it. We're consistent. We're bringing out the conversation. People are even requesting for new episodes each and every single week. Look at us.
I love it for us. I love it for us. But anyway, how are you?
I am well, Paul. Still unlocking my better self today. I'm going to try the water-only diet. Only water or greens.
Judie, water only. You need some nutrients.
Yes, I want to cleanse. I want to cleanse my body, cleanse the toxins. I'm supposed to do it for 3 days and then, get back to it. Let's see.
You're going to pass out. Anyway, I am feeling very cunty this Friday afternoon. Before we start, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors. This podcast is sponsored by absolutely nobody, but I'm drinking a glass of Squealing Pig. Squealing Pig is a very good wine. Actually, guys, they don't sponsor us. I wish they did. Squealing Pig is a very good wine. I got it 2 bottles for $30. So yeah, it's one of my favorite.
Wait, what kind of wine is it? What is it? Like a Merlot, a Chardonnay?
You know, I don't drink them red wines. I drink a rosé and I drink a sparkling and a champagne. I don't like Prosecco too, though. I'm not a fan of Prosecco, but this is a rosé. It's very pulley, dry rosé, which is just what I love for summer.
That's nice. That's a nice summer drink. Okay,
yeah.
Paul, getting right to it. Who are we shouting out this weekend?
So this weekend, I would like to shout out Yamiko. So if you guys don't know who Yamiko is, we're going to link her Instagram in our bios on our Unhinged Africans Instagram page. Yamiko is the Malawian fashion queen. When I tell you this girl has hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, and she's a Malawian homegrown girl. I think she's a lawyer too. She lives over there in England. She's got her nice looking husband and a little cute kids. And she's just the epitome of rich auntie. You know, I feel like when I grow up, I want to be Yamiko because she looks great all the time. Shout out to her. And I just saw that she started a, I don't know, a clothing company or whatever, a clothing business. So she's selling the clothes.
It's actually been around for some time. I think 2 years or so.
Wow.
And people actually steal her designs and stuff. So that's crazy.
Is so talented. Yeah. So shout out to Yamiko. She's gorgeous. Not only is she gorgeous, she's talented, and she's actually a sweet girl. She's a sweet girl because she's a sweet. She just seems like a whole rounded woman, not like us. You know what I mean? She's a good girl. Good Malawian girl.
She is a wholesome woman that has style, impeccable taste, and you can even Google her. Just put Yamiko Malawi, and you can Google her and see her style, body perfect, skin right, dressed down to the gods. And when she delivers, she always delivers. No crumbs left, honey.
It's always like she's in Mykonos or something. She's always in these rich places that I can't spell, nor can I pronounce. I'm just yes, I love to see it. I love to see it because, anyway, putting Malawi on the map. Shout out to you, Yamiko. You're doing big things, guys. Check her out. Buy her stuff on her Instagram page. She's doing a lot.
Yep. Shout out to her. And she was also featured on The Shade Room. You know, that's a big
Was
platform.
she featured on The Shade Room?
And she was. Maybe 3 years ago. Yeah, wow. She was featured on The Shade Room. They showed her reel where she was changing her outfits for the winter looks. Yep.
Oh, God bless our land of Malawi. Keep it a land of peace. Moving on.
Okay, moving on. Hey, all right, moving on. Okay, guys, we're just going to give you some updates, a rundown of updates. I know some people have been asking questions. Hey, what's the follow-up on Omega Nankuni's story? Yes, she did indeed pass away.
R.I.P.
And she's being laid to rest this weekend. Rest in peace and condolences to her family. And just a quick reminder, if any of you guys are dealing with depression or anything, of thoughts of suicidal thoughts or anything, we're going to address that later on in the show. But DSTV is resuming today, so people are getting
Finally,
their
girl.
DSTV
You
back in
can.
Malawi.
Judy, wait a second. Let's just run that back. Actually, I wanted to ask you before we go into DSTV, touching back on. Oh my God, God rest your soul. Where is the money?
Child, Paul, I knew you were gonna say something messy. That's why I
It's
was
not
going fast.
messy. It's not messy. I'm doing the Lord's work. It's not messy. Drama Zirikuti.
Oh, but I did hear through the grapevine
Allegedly.
that they said allegedly, this is what's being said, that the woman, the viral voice note of the woman saying that she owed me money, she sent it to some bank account and whatever. That woman, she got her money back.
Okay,
Allegedly.
because I heard that she was
so
allegedly.
by the time that the voice note went around, the woman had gotten her money back already.
Okay, look at us doing the Lord's work. Like, we're clearing shit up for you. We're clearing it up. So Auntie got her money back. It's fine. But what I heard was that she was involved with a Nigerian man that had told her to go get some money, and then you do this whole get rich quick scheme, and then the man vanished like Houdini.
Nigerians, if you're a Nigerian listener, sorry, but Nigerians are infamous for these type of scams. It's like scams are just in their blood.
Child, it could be anybody. It could be me to scam you. Sometimes it could be me to. Sometimes I'm like, just so close to scamming somebody. But you know what? I was raised right. I'm a child of God, so Jesus got my back. It's fine. We won't scam you. But yeah.
Yep.
So just, it's very sad what happened to Omega. I know people did drag us, but I'm gonna double down on what we said. What we said was what we got from the internet. What people were talking about from those voice notes. Because whatever we said, compared to what people on Facebook were saying, we were very nice.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, we were very nice. People were. I was hearing stories allegedly like they don't even want to have her what you call it memorial in the town that she was because they were afraid of violence. They had to have it all the way out to New York or Washington DC. Like I was hearing, I don't know if it's true, but I was hearing these stories. So, and people were like, yeah, if she comes here, we're doing this. So anyway, it's just unnecessary. Moving on. Rest in peace, Omega. Love and peace to your family and whoever, whatever. Yeah. Moving on. DSTV.
Yep. Moving on. DSTV is back in Malawi. I think I should even read the whole little letter that they sent out. But anyways, DSTV is back, so y'all can watch TV again. Y'all can pay for subscriptions, and I guess they came to an agreement, and that's what it is. Like as we said it's not going anywhere.
I knew
just
it.
A bluff.
They were flexing. They're like flexing. Let us increase our prices, and they did, and they got their way. Imagine no DSTV, and it's not even just the kids. It's hotels. Those president hotels, the presidential hotel, whatever you got, the Chinese one. What are they gonna show? Tim Veni TV? No shade to Tim Veni TV. Judy, you're a presenter on Tim Veni TV, but no shade to them. They're not gonna show Tim Veni.
No shade to them. I don't even know. I don't even think they have a TV station anymore. No shade. But I'm not sure if they have a TV. I think they only have radio now.
Oh well, that's
the radio's pretty good. The radio's everywhere.
Okay, like Zodiac.
Yeah, Zodiac has everything. They are in charge of the girls.
Okay, love that. When Zodiac started, everyone's like, oh my God, Zodiac. Because we never had any non-governmentally backed radio stations, apart from Power 101, which is just a music station, and they were not politically affiliated at all. But when we had Zodiac, the girlies were shaking in their boots, in their Christian Louboutin boots. They were shaking. So Zodiac, you came and you shook up.
Shaking in their boots.
You shook it up.
Yep. Yeah. So shout out to Zodiac. And then moving on to other updates. So from last week's story, we're speaking about Tiwi and their wedding, and it was assumed that the men in the video were bodyguards. Tiwi cleared it up and she said they were not bodyguards, but fire breathers. So maybe
it was. She said it was a
fire breathers are all masculine.
No, but then the man in the suit was acting like a bodyguard, moving people away. So what I said was, why do you need to have this man moving people away like this? Like, you are doing the most. You are doing too much. So Tiwi came and said, no, that man was actually moving people away from the fire breathers, which I did see a fire breather but then I didn't think he was breathing that much fire. I don't know his lung capacity. Shout out to the fire breather. But mo-
Oh Lord.
coming off of that, Judy, you talked about what we both did. We talked about how beautiful Tiwi looked and how beautiful her gown was, and we gave a shout out to Cindy C because I thought her gowns were beautiful. But to keep it real with you, people came into my DMs and said, do not give that lady any airtime. I have two close friends that have sent me pictures of a dress that Cindy C had done for them, and guys, I yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you want to run a business, my advice to you is you need to listen to what the people are saying, and you can't be selective because $100 bill here is $100 bill there. You know,
Yep.
if you're gonna do that.
And definitely with these tailors, you know what? The thing is,
Tailors
say
will
if
show
you
you
can do it
flames.
or if you can't. And just be upfront and honest, because I know that she has tailors. And she has to say it to the tailors, hey, you have to do it like this. So those tailors, they shouldn't just be guessing sizes. Don't just guess a size. Why do you measure us if you're just going to go ahead and do whatever size you want?
Actually, you know what? This actually, I might have like two stories for you today, touching on tailors. Because if there is an African profession, which is Pan African, or two African professions that will show you flames, make you actually cry, a tailor and a hairdresser. My hairdresser here, who's also African,
Word.
let me tell you, this is like a mini story before I get into my story later. When when I when I was in the process of moving to Australia, the first thing I thought of was, where am I gonna get my hair cut? As a black man with this kinky ass tough hair of mine, I think I need a black barber, someone who knows, not just a black barber, someone who understands my hair type, because I have the worst hair.
Yep.
It's very hard to cut. So I
Yes,
found
your
this
hair
person.
is very tough.
It is. It's hard and thick. It's so thick. It's a mess. So I found a guy on the internet and I followed him 2 years before I moved here. Like when I was planning my young move here, followed this man. I came here, started going to him. He was working around here in the city area, and this man would show me flames. I would book him because he had a booking app. I would book him, and I'd go there. The shop is closed. You know, just closed. I'm sitting there.
What in the world?
Closed. Judy, I would sit there and I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? And then he opened his own shop out west in Bankstown, which is far away. And you drive there. If you drive there, take the highway. It costs you tolls, like maybe like $14 a return trip just on tolls because you want to use the highway. And he would just not show up, or he'd be like, I'll be there in 4 hours time. This man would show me flames. I tell you, show me flames. So I've been going to him for a while now, and I went to him today again, and I had booked 11 o'clock with him because I always text him. I will be there at 11 o'clock. You know me, I'm always on time. And he was calling me as I was parking my car, which was like 10 to 11. I was like, well, I'm going there, so I'm not going to answer. And I walked in there, and he's like, just started cutting this old man's hair. And I look, and I'm like, you must have lost your goddamn mind. The way he just knew to tell this old man, uncle, please get up, it's fine. This man had half his head cut, like half his hair cut, talking about, go sit there. This man had an appointment. So yeah, it just goes to show that
he better. At least, yeah.
flames. But
Like,
yeah,
what
tailors.
in the world? But there's a tailor that I'm gonna say that next week. Actually, let me just say it right now. There's a tailor. Dang, I just forgot his name. How did I just forget this man's name? But that tailor, he showed me flames. Till this day, he still owes me money because he never delivered any items. I swear. Oh, his name is Che Mamadi.
You are not busting this man's name out.
Never again. Never again. Never again. He showed me flames, lied to me, talking about, oh, the stuff is almost done. I'm about to deliver it. I'm like, dude, I'm already at the airport. What are you talking about? And then he's like, no, I'm coming to the airport to deliver it to you.
Yeah,
so you
right.
think I'm going to leave inside the whole terminal and go get these items? Are you mad? And then he lied. I returned from the trip. I returned from the trip and I'm like, oh, I'm here to pick up the items. He's like, oh, I don't have them. I don't have them. What did they look like again? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, you're playing with me. Then 3 months, I'm like, just go ahead and just deposit the money back into my account by this particular day. Oh, no, I can't do that. This, whatever. And I really supported his little business too. But hell no, never go to Che Muhammadi, never go to that guy ever again.
Wait, where is he? Is he in like Lilongwe?
In Lilongwe, in Malawi.
Kutiko kulilongwe. Where? Where are you at?
I don't even know where he's based because guess what? So I showed up to the tailoring shop that he said he was at. They're like, he stopped working here. I got it.
Flames! Oh!
Flames! Pure flames. And I spent, I even went to Devil Street to get that material, Paul.
Not
went
Devil
to Devil
Street?
Selected it nicely. Like, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that, I need this. Only for him not to deliver.
I feel like
and
if
I
there's...
paid him that first day, because I was like, you know what? Let me just pay in advance. That way I don't think about the Gongole or spend the money.
I feel like...
Instead, he was spending the money.
I feel like if there is a profession that angers God on a regular basis, it's African tailors and African hairdressers. Because even my sister, like when we lived together in Ireland, she had a hairdresser called Bridget. And this is going back in Ireland where there are not a lot of black people. And Bridget was good with the hair. My sister would take her hair out, talking about she's going on a date tonight or she's going out. I taught her the weave, whatever she had in her hair, take it out, undo the braids, sit there. Bridget is not coming. Bridget, I'll be there in 2 hours. You just see this girl all dressed up. Goody, once Bridget comes, you better sew that shit in. Goody, I'm gone. Bridget would show the girls flames. So I just know a tailor and a hairdresser. If you're from Africa, those professions, you're just a shower of flames, a flamethrower. I can't.
I can't. No, it's too much. Okay. Anyways, moving on with our updates. Just a quick one on Keturah and Pampero. So they were shooting a music video. I know somebody wrote a comment on our thing when our video went live. We recorded it before. Once the news just broke out of them in front of the cars. That's when we recorded the episode. So we didn't see their music video, but we did see that they have new music out. She has a whole song dedicated to her man. My man.
Judy, what do you think of that song?
Keturah, my love.
What do you think of that song? I want to get your opinions about it first, and then I'll give you my opinions about Keturah.
She loves this man. She really does. And this is the part that I'm going to say. Okay, she loves this man. She loves this man. Mm-hmm. You know what? Maybe that's why I'm single. Let me stay quiet. Go ahead, Paul. Say what you need to say. Maybe that's why, Ineo, I'm not married. Because I was going to say something. But anyways.
Okay, let's save that favor for you because God is still watching your single ass trying to get you a man out here. Me, I could talk about things because been there, done that, got t-shirt. Let's talk about Keturah and... Okay, I don't talk about her as a person. I don't know her, but I'm going to talk about her music. I watched that video and I saw the whole setup. He was playing the piano. There was no piano beat in that whole song. There was like no piano beat. Like the math ain't mathing. And then there's that. And I just don't like her songs. I don't know. She's not... Maybe because, I don't know. Her music is not for me. She's a pretty girl still. Gorgeous girl. She looked good with the belly, holding it. Maybe I need to listen to a little bit more of her music. But I'm like, I don't know. Like... This stuff was recorded in LA.
Yeah.
Like the voice, she has a raw talent. I feel like she has like raw talent that needs someone to like hold it and tame it and put it in there properly. She has a very powerful voice. Like,
you know what I feel like she should do? Perform at Jazz Sundays. Like if she's like, free on a Sunday, just go perform at Jazz Sundays, do some cover songs. Just for like, just a vibration.
She has such a good voice. I feel like
music is very selective.
And I feel like her voice is wasted on the music that song is boring as hell. My love, I love you. And then she goes and touches him on the head. I don't know. Maybe you'll like it. But personally, I feel like Karuta, you're a wasted
It's not for
talent.
me.
Yeah, it's not for me. Like, give me Tuno, the other pregnant one. What's her name?
I like Temwa.
Tamwa, Zani. Don't give me Hazel though. Don't give me her. I don't want to listen to Hazel. Next.
Hazel has a new song that she has premiered. I have yet to check out the video, but I like Hazel's music. It's like I like her music. And
Okay.
guys,
Sure.
please, these artists go and perform at jazz. There's really this great jazz singer that performs every Sunday. Her voice is so beautiful. It's insane. Like it's insane. She is so good, but I don't think she wants to be like a singer out there in public or anything like that. But she is good.
Do you know what her name is?
No, I forgot. But my cousin Matilda manages her and stuff like that. But
Well, ask
she's
Matilda,
good. I'll get her name
and then we can
try to shout
post her.
out
Yeah.
next week.
All right. Moving
Yep.
on.
Anyways, yeah. Moving on. Moving on. So those were our updates. Paul, did you hear about? Now we're in our news segment. Did you hear about the emergency landing that? What was it? United Airlines.
It was Delta
Let me look
from.
up the story.
It
Real
was
quick. Delta Airlines or United. Let's look it up. But anyway, the news is somebody had diarrhea, and that caused for the plane to make an emergency landing back to the destination where they're coming from.
It was from
because
Atlanta.
they had diarrhea all over the plane.
Do you see the actual diarrhea on the plane though? Like on the. Do you see it?
Yes. Yes.
But. But guys, let me not even because as one with IBS, it is
Same here.
I have myself, but I could control it. Like I went and I fixed myself. I don't know, so I don't want to, because I just feel like hell that could be me with the way my IBS is all talking about like okay, you're trying to do all this, but that was a lot of it though. And it was just around the seats.
A lot.
Oh, a splatter. Oh, I don't know.
It was literally on the runway. If for those that have not seen it, like let's describe this to you. Like the runways, not the runways, the aisles.
Yeah,
It was in the aisle, like drop, like every like step, drop. So you can tell the person was rushing to go to the toilet, and it was gunk. Like it was like a large pile to the point when I saw the video, I couldn't even laugh anymore. I was like, shame. This is humiliating.
That's so bad. So the flight was from Atlanta to Barcelona, which would be like like a 8-9 hour flight. And this was like 2 hours into the flight. This man had diarrhea. The flight had to turn around. Like, because it's a biohazard. It had to turn around. So
and they had to replace the carpet because it was ruined.
You better replace the carpet. Throw the whole plane away. Oof. Isn't this what insurance is for? Throw that whole A350 away. Put it in the trash. Because if I imagine me knowing could someone shat all over this floor. In my mind, I'm gonna feel like, why am I walking past this? It's disgusting. Just throw the whole plane away. We don't need it. It's fine. Delta, you are the world's biggest airline. You can afford another plane, honey. It's an A350. It's only a few million dollars. You can afford it.
Yep, they can afford it. And they were allowed to reboard after an 8-hour delay. So they made it to Barcelona.
Guess who it won't be?
It
won't be me. I'll be like, it's fine. I will cut my losses, but I'm going to take another plane. Because the thought of knowing whether there is shit in this plane. Or maybe if you tell me we've changed the planes and then just lie to me, I would go. But in my mind, now Delta. If it's a Delta, I know Delta fly the A350 from the East Coast over here to Australia. Because guys, I'm a plane buff. I love aviation, by the way. I do.
So it's my Paul thing. Loves planes. He loves it them.
Is
and
my
Paul,
thing.
The worst part is, do you know what they said? They were like, the flight attendants were trying to clean it up, and then the plane ended up smelling like vanilla shit.
Oh. I'm looking at here. Someone said it smells like quote unquote manure. Like manure. Imagine sitting there. So you turn around going back like an hour or two in. So you're sitting there with the smell. I would have gagged. I would have actually gagged. That's disgusting. And it's not even this. So just to,
oh my God.
So let me tell you something, right? So this past week, it's been a lot of airlines doing disgusting stuff. So there was an Air France flight from Paris to Toronto where a man went and he sat on his seat and everything, and he looked down, and it also had. Well, this was in June though, but it's only like coming out now because people are like, oh, it was also on this flight. There was diarrhea and blood on the floor. And you know what they told them? You know what they told them? They told them it's fine, sit in it. They came and wiped it and they sat in it. You know, we. So here is a quote: "We had to sit there smelling the blood for the next 7 hours." No, no, I don't need to be going to Paris
Yuck,
that bad.
yuck, yuck. Trust me, like yuck. The only poop that I can withstand the smell of is literally my daughter's poop, and it smells bad. So I can imagine.
Imagine a grown person.
Somebody else's. Eesh. I would, if I was that person, I wouldn't have even boarded again. I would have just said, "I basi."
I have secondhand
I'm not
embarrassment for this person. I have secondhand embarrassment. Because I know they didn't mean it. Like, you don't mean to go and bust your guts in a plane. You don't mean it. It just happens. And look, it's happened to me when I used to work at the hotel. Like, I was standing there like, I need to go. And I was walking down. Luckily, I used to always bring a change of clothes. But I was walking down there and it happened to me. So, shout out to you guys. This stuff does happen. Shit literally does happen sometimes. But anyway, let's move on because I'm going to gag.
Yeah, and let's move on. Yeah, so in Malawi, there's like people rely on buses to transfer from one city to another city, especially the major cities like Blantyre, Lilongwe, Mzuzu.
We ain't got no plane.
I'm not sure if this bus goes. Yeah, I'm not sure if this bus goes to Zomba, but Kwezi buses, they're super reliable, super popular, and now the owner has been arrested for money laundering.
Escándalo! Hey? Child, you can be any agent, like, try to launder some, allegedly, right, though?
Allegedly. Police have arrested 43-year-old Benson Vititi, the proprietor of Kwezi buses, on suspicion that he was involved in fiscal crimes. Yeah.
His name is Tititi?
So, Vititi.
So, for all your non-Chichewa listeners, Zititi means the hair. I just find it funny because we talked about hair earlier and like his name is like Zititi. So, anyway, go on.
Yes. So, he was arrested on various offenses believed to have committed since 2017 involving US dollars 5.7 million. And that's about 6.3 billion kwacha.
Of course, sometimes shit goes down when it's $1 billion in an elevator. Woo.
For some shit to go down with $1 billion so he's been charged with money laundering, illegal externalization of foreign currency, conspiracy to commit offenses, and aiding to another commit offenses. And there are also 12 accomplices that are associated with those crimes as well. But the main one is we're concentrating on him because we're like, what's going to happen to the buses?
Because people need their buses. Well, you know what? That man... Guys, again, circling back, everything goes full circle. Circling back to our first episode, sometimes just stay home. It's not always soft life. Because with Kwezi buses, you are making a good living off that. But you always want more. It's fine to want more, and if you want to get your money legitimately. But if you want to go scamming people or laundering, they will come and get you. Interpol. I know the girls that will drive the Range Rovers in Malawi, talking about we're driving Range Rovers, but then when Interpol come do a sweep in Malawi, you're back to driving your Nissan Tidas. You park it up in a garage somewhere. I know these girls, honey. The girlies. Why?
Yup. In all honesty, these buses, obviously people use them on a daily basis, and these buses are always full. I kid you not. But you have to think about the maintenance of the buses, putting fuel in the buses, especially when there's no fuel in the country, especially when fuel is like expensive.
Girl, doesn't mean you have to go try and con some people or launder some money. Get your money, don't get your money via ill-gotten means.
It doesn't mean you have to con some people. Like, I'm pretty sure he was making enough, but for the fact that he was like, you know what, let me let this greed get to me, and you are in a scam, 5.7 million US dollars. Yo.
People are doing big things out here. People, you're doing big things with money.
Allegedly. He hasn't gone to
Yeah.
court yet, but the police did arrest him. So we can say it's a fact. He has been arrested,
Okay.
but he has not been, like, the judge has not said sentenced him or anything of that sort.
Right.
So
Okay.
maybe he's innocent.
Well.
Right.
But you know what? It's Malawi. He's gonna get off. We'll see him. He's gonna even probably start
A little
Quasi
bit of
Airlines.
money.
Quasi Airlines. They say it's Quasi Airlines.
All he needs to do in Malawi, like, nobody ever like serves a long amount of time. Like, in all honesty, they serve like a
gets
month.
out. Everyone gets out.
What's the bill?
Money talks in Malawi. Money talks. If you want to be a criminal, let me not say that. Actually, no. Let's. Moving on. I forgot.
Allegedly, they're criminals. They're people that have legit killed people that are out free on the streets in Epic every weekend. Killers.
I know people that have killed people.
Allegedly.
Like, I'm like, didn't you kill somebody? Yeah. Oh my God.
Wait, are we supposed to say the word killed? Didn't you unalive somebody?
Unalive
I think we're
somebody,
gonna have to
yes.
use those words
Unalive.
before Spotify says what y'all talking about.
I wish Spotify would. We didn't even monetized. Anyway, so going back to that, I feel like that is even a story. I have a story that I would like, a deep dive that I would like us to deep dive into for a later episode. So remind me after this. Again, guys, we don't talk. This is the thing. So this is also like our sounding board. I don't edit this shit out. Remind me about this analyzation of the situation because this is a story. Okay. So I would like to give you a story, actually. I've used the word story so many times. But before I go to that, I just wanted to look at a couple of things people have asked me, updates. I think we covered some updates. Here's one asking, did your family members reach out to you to apologize or have you spoken to them? No, I have not spoken to them. Probably because I blocked them. This is coming back from episode 2. I blocked them, so if they really wanted to get to me, they need to go through somebody. But I know they've heard it. Yes, they have heard it. They've heard the podcast, and I'm still going to double down. I don't give a fuck. We are never, ever, like that clear lady said. What's that clear white lady name? Taylor Swift. We're never, ever getting back together. It is fine unless you apologize. And you want to know what you did. So, yeah, that's the update on that. If anything happens, guys, I will update you because people are, like, invested. So, story time today. I would like to talk about friendship. Friendship and what it means to me. So, and this is also, it ties into a story. It ties into what
Yep. Go
sort
ahead.
of like a request from Electrazi. Shout out to you. Yeah, he wanted to know about how I ended up here. So that's not going to be a story for today. But I will let you know this. I used to live in Ireland. I feel like you all know I used to live in Ireland for a while. I was there. I finished off my degree in Ireland. And afterwards, I was still there. And I was an illegal immigrant for a very long time. And I'm not even ashamed to say it because it's not always diamonds and rosé, guys.
We've all been there and done that.
I was an illegal immigrant. I know I was. I had no papers. I was there. I was working fine. Yeah, I was supporting myself. My life wasn't bad. My life was good. I could afford everything. I could afford a whole apartment, me and my sister. We lived there, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. And for a Malawian to live like that in Dublin, you're living good. But I had friends that were sort of, I thought were in the same situation as me, where my goal then, my focus then was to get a stamp 4, which is what you call that's what you call a permanent residency stamp in Ireland is a stamp 4. My goal was to get a stamp 4, and I was like, I don't want to get a stamp 4 by marrying nobody. I don't want to get a stamp 4 by going to claim asylum.
Word.
That was like my like my drive and my passion because I was not going to go back to Malawi. And I thought that the people in my circle with me, because we're all Africans, I thought that we all had the same common goal, that were trying to get this and were all illegal. Imagine you find out that one of your good Judies has a whole Irish passport and
Oh
didn't
yeah,
tell
I
you.
know. Now I know the story. You did tell me.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
And yeah, has a whole Irish passport, and then it fell out on a night out, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? I just picked up a passport, like, oh my, who is this? I was like, oh my, this is you. He's like, oh yeah, it's just that they gave it to me so I can just travel to go back and all do this and do that, and I was like, you know what?
Uh,
I was like, oh, which European Union is gonna give you a passport just to go travel and give it back? I was like, don't take me
I
for a
would
whole fool.
you're the chosen one.
It, I was like, let me tell you something. You are not gonna bullshit me. First of all, like, don't say we've been to school here. We are educated. Don't come and take me for idiot. Let's not do that. Anyway, that was fine. But I looked at this person sideways. But anyway, fast forward to a couple of years ago when I had finished doing my business in Johannesburg. I still had not had my visa for Australia. And then I went to America. I was there for like a whole year. And then my American visa ran out. And I came back to Malawi. And I remember sitting with Judie. Remember, Judie, we sat there. You're like, you're going to stay here. You're not going anywhere. But, and I was like,
But fun fact, I did actually pray for you so hard, and then you got that visa the very next day that I
Yep.
prayed, and I was like, "Hey God, what type of prayer is this?"
because
You know?
I was in Malawi for 2 weeks. I was like, I literally have no visas for any other country. Like, I have to sit here waiting for my Australian visa to come out. And it came out. But when I was in America, said friend's mom died. And I was checking up on this person like every single day, like calling, checking up, doing whatever, Jan. Fast forward, now I've moved to Australia, I'm living here, and my granddad, George Austin Jaffu, the legend, passed away. I posted all this on my Instagram because, that was like my favorite person. I don't even want to get emotional, but that was my favorite person. I didn't hear one
Yeah.
bim from this person. Excuse me,
Sure.
I'm getting emotional now. Let me get my water. Hold on.
Drink your water, drink your wine, take a little sip.
Anyway, I didn't hear one thing from this person, right? And I was like, you know what? Fine, it's whatever. Like, I don't expect sympathy from anyone. Like, I wasn't even going to, be mad about it. Then, girl has the nerve to come and say, because I wasn't texting them, like, oh, I've been going through some shit. You don't even text me. I got mad. I was like, first of all, when your mama died, I was calling you every single day, texting you every single day. You were talking about like, how am I gonna live? I was giving you advice on how I coped with losing my mom and all this shit. You didn't even say nothing about my granddad. And then he goes, I didn't know. Really? You didn't know? Really? When I posted it, it's actually a post. I don't post nothing on my actual post. It's there. You can go see it. It was in my stories for like a whole 2 weeks. I was cut up about it. And then I was like, you know what?
And it was in the news.
It was in the news because my granddad was not just any random regular schmegler degular person. Like, it was George Austin Jaffu, and you can Google him.
It was literally in the news. Yep.
State funeral and all. Like, so then I was just like, you know what? Cut the bullshit. Like, we are not friends. Now this person went on to block me off everywhere. Imagine. Block me.
Betty.
But one time, I introduced him to a boy in Ireland who is like a friend of mine, like one of my closest friends. And this boy, I recruited him to come to Australia. He lives in Australia right now. And then he's still friends with that person. So I wanted to ask you, do you think that's shady? Because he commented on a picture that I'm on my friend's Instagram. And then I just got so pissed off. I snatched the phone from this boy and I just went and sent a voice note like, fuck you, you're a nasty bitch, don't be friends with my friends. Like, I introduced you, I put you onto this, unfriend him. Why would you unfriend me but want to be friends with the people that I introduced you to? You guys are not even friends. Oh no, it's because my Facebook, something happened to my Facebook, something happened. Just bullshit.
Lies, the lies.
So, I don't know, like with friendship, it's really, I am not that sort of friend that we have to be like talking every day. I've got two of my closest friends, Wanangwa and Kabu. We don't talk every day. We can go months without talking. But there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to get your opinion on that. Do you think I overreacted by what I did by, you know?
Well, overreaction is your thing. When you're angry, you're angry.
I know that's
so
right.
Sending the voice note was extra, but I definitely understand it. Every single time that I fall out with somebody, and then I know that I made connections via them, especially connections that I know that if this person wasn't here, I wouldn't hang out with this person. So I kind of have to cut them off too. I wouldn't block them or anything. I wouldn't unfriend them, but I'll just keep my distance. Like, I'll be like, girl, you and your whole family go.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
They're not even friends.
I kind of just, limit my thing. Like, limit my contact with them, especially if I know that, hey, if I'm not talking to this person, that's the glue, then basi zata. Let me find other friends. Let me focus on my other friend.
So, yeah. So I just want to give a shout out to my friends here in Australia that, you know, I like they actually are my supporters, you know, from Rav to Michael to Evan to JP to Auntie Adrian. Like, these are so you need to have like really good friends in life. You can't just be having people like that.
Yeah, that is like messed up and everything. And he was so petty too. Out of all the pictures that you could have commented on, he had to comment on the picture with you. He's also seeking attention.
Well, let me tell you something. Definitely. Next year, because you know what? Like, I would tell you I'm good. Look, let me tell you something. I am good now. Next year, I'm gonna go to Europe and it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong Beach. Okay? Keep that same energy. When our merch comes out, it's gonna be hashtag keep that same energy, because your bitches keep changing energy too much. Like, you wanna have a different energy when it's to do with something else, but when it's time to actually let's talk about it, the energy shifts. Me, the energy stays the same. If I don't like you online, I don't like you in person. And I'm gonna let you know.
Word. Keep that same energy. Keep that same. No, but Paul, that was a cute story time. But cherish your friendships. If somebody's like really in your corner, like really, that's a big deal. Like, shout out to my friends and everybody that is there in my corner. Like,
and it's
love y'all.
It's important because another thing to touch on that, there are people that I honestly had expected to even come and say, or even just a like about this podcast. You know, like, you know, you tap that like, but there are some people who have not even, and I know you can see that we're doing it. And these are people that I actually think are like my closest friends. Judie, you argue with so many people. You have fought with so many people, but even the people that you fought with are standing and they love it and they're listening. You know what I mean?
Talk about you, Judie.
You, Judie, Esther and so on. You.
Who? Like who? We'll talk about it off air. Like who? Everybody loves me.
You are at odds with so many people, girl. People don't like your ass, but these people, they are still showing love. But I'm like, there are like a list of people. Let me tell you something.
I know people definitely don't like me, but if you tell them what's the reason, they can never give you a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
You know, I have that Nini energy. You know, it's either you're going to love me or you're going to hate me. It's that. There's no in between.
But it just goes to show that Malawians, when you wonder why you guys are not successful or why nothing ever really works for us, why we have to resort to allegedly laundering money, allegedly scamming people over there in the US, is because we don't support each other. We really don't support each other. Have you seen how rich Malawian Indians are? Malawian Indians are rich because they support each other. Malawian Indians 100%. Say
they support.
They have a saying. They have a saying. Dziko ndilanu, ndrama ndizatu. Translation: the country is yours, but the money is ours. I'm like, I was floored. Thank you.
Yo, but you know, honestly, like, you're right about that. I was having a conversation with somebody or whatever, and I said, you know what? The one thing about Malawians is they're very selfish people. and they will ask you for your exact connection and whatever. I'm pretty sure they're people, but there are people that can see you doing something and they'll ask you for that same exact, where did you get this done? Oh, how much did you pay? Cool. They'll do that. And then once they get it done for themselves, they'll act like you never hooked them up. You never helped them. You never did this. You never did that. So selfish and act like it's all about them. And then they copy ideas. Everybody copies the same ideas. Anyways, that's a whole other show.
I can't wait for someone to say they started a podcast. I can't wait. I can't wait. I bet there are podcasts in the works.
Yeah, I mean, they can do it. Like I always say, people, we all have the same 24 hours. Don't be mad at somebody for utilizing that 24 hours to say, you know what, I'm going to spare 1.5 hours out of my day to record a podcast.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
We can all do it. It's free.
Okay. So, do you want to touch more about a little bit about mental health, because we talked about it last week and then we didn't really get into it, but we said we talk about it this week.
Mm-hmm. We didn't really get into it. I think we need like a whole separate episode for that. But I just wanted to say, like, in all honesty, Paul, have you ever gone to therapy?
Yes, honey, I have been to therapy plenty times. Even when I was younger, in my teenage years, all of last year and the year before, I think I was in therapy as well. So yeah, I've been to therapy. It's helped.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I also see a therapist too, and I've been there. Even in Malawi, I was seeing a therapist and everything like that. Guys, there is no shame with like going to a therapist. Don't just rely on, I'm just gonna. Obviously, there's some people in church that are really good and they can really speak to you about your problems and
Not
stuff
for
like
me,
that.
girl. You can keep it.
But some of y'all really need to go to therapy, because I don't even get some people's problems. I'm just like, hey, have you ever spoken to like a certain friend? Then you're like, hey, I just wish I could tell them that they need to go see someone.
I am a supporter of therapy. When I tell you, they will hold you accountable for the shit that you do, and it's made me a better person in all of my relationships now. It doesn't matter, like all of my relationships. My goal when I went into therapy, because I went in for something else, but then when we knew that was not gonna work out, I was like, how can I retain the people that I have in my life right now? The people that I'm like, I am hurting.
Exactly.
And I feel like I've done that, and I still need more therapy. But the thing is, therapy is like $200 a session, and right now I'm like, okay. So my therapy would just be getting on a jet plane, because just just getting on a plane. I'm like, I'm here. Let me get on a plane and go somewhere. Basi. A change of scenery.
I wish I get on a plane, have about like $15,000 to just do whatever I need to do.
Oh my
as
God.
well, and a passport that allows me to just access every country. But besides that, now in the meantime, I have this therapist that is really excellent, really great. She teaches me a lot about self-esteem, loving myself, not being so hard on myself. Like, in honesty, guys, if you want to do something, invest in some therapy, because I know there are some people that do offer free therapy, but really invest in it, because you need it. Don't think that you're just okay. I can handle this. I'm a good person. Johnny. No, you're not. You're still carrying on those anger issues. You're still having those anxieties, and it's stressing the heck out of people that are in your circle. So get some help. If you know you're not okay, if you know you want to talk to somebody, get some help. There's no shame in that.
Hell, you can even talk to us. Talk to me. I've told you, you can talk to me, but don't be coming out here and try not take my advice, because let me tell you something. Still, from last week's Nadoba, I'm still like, I'm still putting out those flames. I'm opening it up to you, and specifically, again, I will say this in every single podcast, every episode that we do for the queer community in Malawi. I am here because I have been through it. I have been through it all. I am here. Talk to me.
Yeah, and more especially the queer community, because in all honesty, especially growing up in Malawi and trying to live free in Malawi, I can imagine how stressful that is.
So yeah, Chara, I'm here for you, but we need to move on to Ndatopa so we can have a little laughs. Judy, do you have Ndatopa for the week?
Okay. What is my that
I have one.
Okay, yeah.
I have
Like
one. I can go
the
first.
same thing. Just to piggyback off of what you had mentioned about people not showing support and things like that, guys. There's nothing wrong with showing support to somebody. Even a like is free. A comment is free on Instagram or
Even
whatever.
if you don't like the
on
bitch.
YouTube or the likes of that. I'm not just talking about us. I'm talking about just anything, anybody. It doesn't cost you anything to just give somebody a compliment or give somebody a like or lift somebody's spirit for the day. Like that over, like with people just acting so like, oh no, I don't want to do that to Popaha, to do this, to make them feel a certain way. Child.
You know, just guys support each other. Like this is why we do what we do. You know, the whole shouting out Malawians. If I see a Malawian that's doing something out there that's, and I have a long list to get to. Like I have a long list. People that you know, people that you don't know. There is a long list of people that I want to shout out and just like bring to your attention and make them prosper. But yeah, just guys, just be kind. My Ndatopa of the week is, guys, when you go on holidays, if it's a group holiday, it's nice, you know. I do want to see it, but if it's like 6 of you, and then you take the same picture, you tag each other, and then you repost it, I have to see it 6 times, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too, because me and my girlies, when we go on holiday, we be taking that one picture, post it, tag me. I have deleted the picture.
Michael has posted. You have posted. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, now I have to start liking his picture, that picture.
Yes,
and then
that's the support.
Pauline is there too.
Pauline will be on holiday until 4 weeks after we have all left. She is still there, honey. She is still there.
Pauline will post.
She is still there. She has like
some vacation pictures.
Woo.
If something she's gonna do is post some vacation.
But yeah, I think it's not really Ndatopa about it, but it's just like, I mean, I do it too, so I can't get mad. And I know if I'm, you know, my next holiday with the boys, when I do go, we'll be doing the same thing. But yeah, it's just annoying when you have to sit.
It gets me tired. Just post 3 vacation pictures and keep it moving. A story, a reel, a story, and 3 pictures. That's what you're allowed, max.
I don't even know why I'm saying this because I don't even know why I'm saying this because if I go on holiday, if I go, I'll be doing this. I'll be doing it. You'll be sick of me.
Paul, you're also the same.
Yes, you'll be sick of me. I think it just hurts me because I'm not there and I'm like stuck here in Sydney because I'm not like on holidays. Especially this summer. This summer has been the worst with. Because let me tell you, the gays migrate. The Sydney gays, they go to Europe during our winter. They go. So Sydney, the queer community is dead. And you know the ones that can't afford it, which has always been me. Because I have never been to Europe in the summer since I've been here. So you know that's a ovutika sort of. You know what I mean? Like, then when European...
That's a struggle.
That's a struggle gay. So I've been a struggle gay and I see it. I'm like, okay, it must be nice. It must be nice. I'm like, it's a group. You post it, and then you post the same picture, and then your friend posts the same picture. You post the same picture. It's like, oh my god, I've seen this. Stop rubbing it in. Stop. But shout out to all the girlies in Europe who went to do Europe. Love it. I'm just playing with you. I do love to see it. It's all fun, and I will do it too when I go, wherever I go.
And speaking of that, I'm so tired of the Greece pictures. Black people in Greece lately. Like, I'm just like, what is it? Like, go home, Zipirani. Like, ugh.
Child, Greece is not even anywhere that I want to go. Like, Europe has not even been anywhere that has really
I'm not gonna lie, though. Greece is nice, though. Greece is nice.
Girl, I've never been, but it's really never spoken to me. Because I know it's hella expensive. And I like to save a coin. I would rather go and stay in a very nice villa in Asia with my own private pool, Like that's the sort of, I don't want to go in a hotel. Like I want to have my own pool, like a view. Those things I can't do in Europe because I am not Kim Kardashian. But I can do it in Asia because I'm
Oh
poor
yeah.
motherfucking summer loving the so my Australian dollar will
That's in your
turn me a
price range.
prince over there. The same stuff, same things you will get there, and nicer because these people are a lot nicer than the Europeans are. They're not entitled. So hell, let's go to Asia. I know you make fun of me for going to Asia a lot. It was like, hey, Asia again.
Because Asia is so far.
Ciao, everywhere is far when you live in Australia. But guys, thank you
Oh my
so
gosh.
much for
Yeah.
listening to us talk our shit again. I didn't even look at the time, but we didn't even have anything to talk about, but we have managed to go to the lengths that we have gone to.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, we're trying to make them a little longer, but we don't want to make them too long because, in all honesty, I don't want to hear my voice too much for too long. Even though I have an amazing, lovely voice, and it'll even
Who
get better
said
once I get a new
that?
microphone.
Who said that?
But everybody said that. That's what the streets are saying.
Sure, which
Allegedly,
streets?
allegedly.
Yeah, I actually don't even listen to it. Like I listen to it when I edit it, but I actually don't listen to myself. So yeah, but you guys will listen. So
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
I listen to it like at least every single day, like every single day.
No, I
Like
can't.
if we have a new episode, I will listen to it every single day.
I can't. I can't do it. I listen to it when I'm editing it, and I'm like, okay, it's done. But I cannot bring myself to play. And I hear my voice. I'm like, oh my god, this, it's graining on my clitoris. I can't. No, I can't. It's like it's grating. Rather, not grating my clitoris. Like it's shaved clitoris. Anyway, this is Turning Left, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you next week. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Pondasoa and
And at underscore 7 underscores JUDIE and another underscore.
and follow us on Instagram. It's Unhinged Africans. You can follow us on Instagram, and Judie is posting our episodes on YouTube if you can't get access to Spotify. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to us. We'll catch you next week. I hope you've had a lovely week.
Hi, thanks for listening. Have a great weekend.